Hi guys, I'm Mimi Footnip. I want to tell you about this situation in the bookstore the other day. We have one local bookstore left that's kind of one of those quirky old bookstores that sells new and used books. You know the kind. So I walked in wearing my black high heel pumps. They had that sharp stiletto click that echoed against the hardwood, announcing me whether I wanted it or not. My skinny jeans hugged just right, tapering down into the glossy curves of my heels. I could feel eyes on me before I even made it past the first table of bestsellers. I drifted toward the fiction aisle, letting my hand trace along the spines of the books. And that's when I noticed him, hovering nearby, pretending to browse, but his gaze kept dropping. His eyes followed the subtle sway of my hips and then lower, right down to my feet. It was so obvious. The way I stood, one pump slightly popped off my heel as I leaned against the shelf, exposing just the faintest glimpse of the arch of my foot. I let it dangle there, lazily, like I didn't notice, but of course I did. I noticed everything. Every time I shifted, crossing one leg over the other, the leather creaked softly and the pointed toe of my pump tapped against the floor. His eyes flicked up quickly, pretending to be lost in a book jacket summary, but then fell right back to where they wanted to be. On my heels, on my arches, on the way I played with slipping that pump halfway off before sliding it back on. I could feel the tension growing thick in the silence between us. The longer I browsed, the bolder I became, bending just a little lower to reach the bottom shelf. My pump slipped entirely off with a soft thud against the carpet. My bare heel touched the floor, and I let my toes curl into the edge of my shoe before teasingly slipping it back on. I didn't have to say a word. The little game of watching him squirm in the quiet of the bookstore, trying to look like he wasn't transfixed, was delicious. And the best part, I walked away slowly, heels clicking again, the echo chasing me down the aisle. I knew he was still watching, probably burning the memory of those pumps, my arch, that little slip and heel pop into his brain forever.